leather, whether it's a bit of bark, whether it's a bit of a silver birch, but just something underneath stops the wet floor putting out your ember. So for my half board on top of that, I'll attempt to use this middle position. Yeah. So with my left foot, using the arch of my foot, I'm going to just trap that wood under there. And I put the spindle locator into my half board. My foot a bit closer. Put my bearing block on the top. And now I'm going to wrap my left arm around my shin. And I'm going to keep that drill upright. So now I can slowly drill, put some heat into the set, and then as I get more and more temperature in there, I can go faster and faster. And there, you just want to just build up an ember. What we've got there is a brown material at the moment, but I want that to be black. So what I need to do is either push down harder or drill faster. I'm just going to reprofile the drill. Taking them bits off that we talked about, put lots and lots of flats. Same with the top, just profile that up.
I feel lucky just standing next to him after that raffle. I can feel the luck just coming off him. Yeah. I'm absorbing it. I think we should do a raffle. Yeah. I think the next giveaway should be a raffle. Make it more fun. Go box. We can build the next go box in 40 hours. Best go box in 40 hours. Yeah. Go.
So again the same. On the string, wrap the string around. You see it's riding on the outside of the string. What's doing now is losing grip as the string stretches. Put it through a little bit. Yeah, you don't need a lot of stretch. You can, to a degree, control the stretch by applying pressure this end, and that'll rescue to some extent.
Otherwise you lose power. String stretches naturally.
It just shows how much hard work it is, and you really wouldn't want your fire to go out if you can help it.
Yeah, yeah. That's far better. The colour of that material now is black.
Black.
So all we need now is for that ember to sustain itself. Well, just the fact I've built a load of material is a good thing.
Council, so there's one man working and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9
We've all
people
got to
still
sign each
watching.
form off.
Must be a union job. Council job.
I don't think wearing this jumper's the cleverest idea either.
Is it warm, is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm right next to the fire as well.
Strip, 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 strip.
Take it all off.
Yeah, I might take your top off. Give it a proper go then.
That's it, man, job.
First the sausage sandwich, now we've got a guy stripping. This cam thinks he's going to go overboard.
I told you these windbreaks. They're not mine, they're my boyfriend's.
We've got an ember right by there. Whether it's gone out, and if it has, it has. That's the luck of the draw with these things.
It's all the damp there, isn't it?
Yeah. But I've done this in the course before now. There's been about 12 of us, and the first one's got it by tea time. And that's the reality of it.
Yeah, it can take a long time to...
It can do. Let's try a slightly different drill.
Is that hazel, Chris?
This is, yeah. It doesn't need to be hazel. There are a number of other fast growing woods that we can use. Hazel I like. Hazel on lime I think is a great combination.
Does hazel on hazel work?
Hazel on hazel does work, yeah.
I was watching a thing about Paul Kirtley and he said, you know, yes there's certain combinations, he said but initially, you know, if you're in the woods, he said think about practicing with like same wood, half the thing, just because of the practicality. When you're in the wood you come across, you know, some hazel, you can... So does hazel on hazel work all right?
Hazel on hazel does work, yeah, and there's a lot of truth to that. Personally, I think in terms of how hard the wood is, and I think to myself, it's easier to replace the spindle than the baseboard, because the baseboard's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I have a softer spindle than my baseboard,
Yeah.
I just need to
It makes
get new.
sense, yeah.
So there's a logic there.
Yeah. I suppose it depends at the time, like what's actually available in the woodland you're in, doesn't it, I suppose?
It does, and
You know, I don't mean from when you practice, but I mean if you were doing it in a practical sense.
when you make it in
Depends
the
where you are,
woods,
doesn't
it's very difficult because the wood has got to be the right moisture content, and
Yeah.
it's so easy to find wood that's already gone into that pithy stage.
Yeah, and
It's not easy to find wood that's the right moisture in there.
Yeah.
You know, if you were one of these people that wrote books for a living and he was doing it at a big show, you'd put him in a cooker the night before.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
dry it out enough to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, let's see if this one works. I'm gonna try a new it might work, or I might just polish it, but we'll have a go.
Sounds a lot different, doesn't it?
Yeah. But again, we've done exactly the same off the ground. Exactly the same as what we've got a lot of damp in the air. But we're producing that black material,
Black dust.
so it's just a case now of getting an ember that doesn't go out.
That's the rain as well. So.
Now moisture is very much the enemy of this.
It's chilling down.
But we'll have another go. Just the fact it went on the floor, you hear it squealing now?
Yeah.
It's already picked up moisture.
Yeah. It's done. Imagine being really desperate in the middle of winter somewhere and you really, really want it to work and you can't get it to light.
Right squealer now, isn't it?
So when people were actually doing this as a way of sort of primary way of lighting fire, you'd obviously collect the materials and dry store them somewhere in advance.
You'd have a nest
Yeah.
ready of dried grass.
And that's where
You'd
you
have
feed it to the point you wouldn't let your fire go out
And
because
then
that's
Yeah.
the
once
option
you've got
right.
it
You
lit,
keep
don't let the thing ever
Yeah.
go out.
yeah, which is harder said than done because the minute you go for the foraging wander
Yeah.
and you take
Fire
2
dies
hours,
down.
not the 10 minutes you planned,
Yeah.
and the
You
thing is
come
just
back and
ash.
it's out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More smoke, don't we?
Yeah, that's going now, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that.
No squeak, just smoke.
There we go, look at that.
There we go.
Fantastic.
That's a staining ember.
Yeah.
Now the thing not to do at this point is blow on it, because if you blow on it, it's just dust. What it needs to do is bond together. It needs to undergo a process called coalescing. But we can carefully prise it out, and then you can expose it to the air. That ember, yeah, they'll go bigger and bigger and bigger. I've not got any. Well, I may have some with me. I'll show you a little cheat at this point. No, what I want is a cramp ball. Yeah, inevitably underneath. quite happily glowing at the moment. I've got various cramp balls grow on ash, and they're full of concentric rings. You break it. Again, the thing is with this, keep it dry. You transfer the ember onto the cramp ball. The cramp ball now acts as an ember extender, and we've got 40 minutes or so, in which case, to make our tinder bundle and get our fire going.
Let me get you some.
Nice one.
What's that, dead grass?
I've got some Duke twine, we can just roll the ball up.
If you've got a tinder ball, we can blow it to life, yeah.
That's staying himself now, though.
Well, when it takes onto the cramp ball, you've got 30-40 minutes or more in fact. The thing is, in reality, you're so pleased with yourself, you've got it to this stage. You cannot.
Spark as well.
Oh, excellent. You really can't afford to fail at this stage. So get it onto a cramp ball. Another little trick of the trade: break the cramp ball in half. Use half your cramp ball for your tinder ball, and then use the other half. In fact, I'll have some. Yeah, I'll have a couple of bits and pieces. Yeah. And what we can do with the silver birch, as it's dry. You see this top level? Wipe all that material off. That's what we'll do first. Is I'll put something else in there. Have some of that. Some of this as well. You'll probably guess what some of these materials are. Cattail, quite to read nice. So we put some of that in there. The other thing we can use as well is honeysuckle bark, the bark that honeysuckle sheds. Put it in your hand, increase the surface area, just buff it up a bit.
Got some more of that finer stuff as well.
Well, I'm going to down up in the real fine stuff to start it off. And then hopefully by putting it in the cattail gets the silver birch going, the silver birch gets the honeysuckle going, the honeysuckle gets and so on and so on. We'll make a little nest of it, put it in there. Our coalesced ember still going. So take it away from your mouth for this stage, otherwise you'll have a lung full of smoke and it's not really nice. Take it away from your mouth, yeah, a nice lung full of air, and then slow long breaths. Other thing you can do is just wave it in the wind like that. Just getting oxygen to it, the more oxygen you get to it, the better it's going to burn. It's quite easy just to get the ember straight into your bundle. Honestly, for the amount of effort in this, you get a far better success rate.
You don't want to go put an ember that you're not fully satisfied with in there. Once you get the ember and you're really satisfied it's a really good burn,
There's two obvious modes
Don't
of
just think,
failure.
oh, it's burning, I'll put it in.
No, the one mode of failure is you holding it too tight, so you haven't got enough oxygen and it just goes out. The other is you holding it too loose, it's got plenty of air and no fuel.
Yeah.
So what I've done now, I've got this delight. I can snap it in half or cut it in half. I can put one half to one side, so I've always got two chances with it. Yeah, so both are burning, we pass around, have a smell of it. But yeah, if I make a mess of this, I've still got my second chance.
That's something I never thought of. Swapping that socket off.
I'd say about 40 minutes or so. But the trick now is you've made a bundle of materials. We put the cramp ball in the bundle of materials. We'll wrap them around the cramp ball and stand with the wind on our back, so all the oxygen is coming from behind me, it's blowing smoke away from me. So I put it out, I smother the damn thing. It's well worth having a second chance with it. Yeah. So again, put him down, get yourself some air, up to your face, a nice long slope.
The best thing to do then is get on to the T54 and just like it, because it gives you more idea before you buy it.
That's where it burns my hand now. Yeah, so it just bursts into one big ball of flame.
So why would you like a formation? Yeah. But in all honesty, a lot of people are just putting all the names on and they're getting into things. So there was a video put up on the other day, didn't have a he was following the
Build the heat up to
Yeah, and then just get
the other
the
materials.
other materials going. Ideally, I'd have some dried grasses and what have you, and a nice big ball of material to work with. You can see it building up all the heat in it anyway. Just before it bursts into flames, it's normally fairly obvious by the colour of the smoke. The colour of the smoke turns to be like a green colour.
Yeah. Second, it's going to go.
Problem is, like, I can hardly hold it.
Yeah, it's hot. The bundle's just a bit too small to...
It's about spark on the floor to hold it. Take by your fingers.
It's just not big enough to hold, is it? burning away inside.
Got a fire extinguisher just in the door there, just in case.
There we go, look. Flames.
That's how much
Wow.
heat is produced anyway.
Yeah. Built the heat up and it goes. Wow, congratulations.
Achievement.
There we go.
Right, whoever wants to have a go,
There we go.
have a go. But don't do it well.
That was difficult.
Thank
you,
you,
Chris.
Chris. Well done, mate.
25 minutes, that just shows you how much effort it takes, doesn't it?
You got these people that like work on a
How
desk.
bright it was when it
I
started.
know, it's
They're
gone
like, oh,
dark.
How bright
So
it
that
was
was
when
brilliant.
it
I mean,
started.
that was really.
have you ever seen anything
Didn't have enough
you can
materials even to. You could probably use that again actually, that bit. It's gone out, I think.
The reality with doing it is just a bone making do. You use what you got, use what you can. It's great to do a textbook, it's great to have all the right materials, but
You managed to
ultimately
do it, yeah.
you're just going to have to use what you got.
Wow. It's definitely wise decision though, splitting it in half and having two bits.
Oh yeah, so we see that work.
Yeah.
While I'm still recording, have you got a YouTube channel?
No, I've not.
You're not?
No.
Ah, so you're just doing this
Yeah, no,
Purely
I work for
just for inspirational.
So different bushcraft
Peanuts.
All right.
Peanuts, yeah. Yeah.
In the centre of my side, near where the power fix for the fairy lights is, glove. What I've got to do is get the gas lantern out that Trevor gave me from the Halloween prize draw thingy and try and get that to work.
Yeah, give it a
I'm
go.
gonna go fetch it. Yeah, I'll go fetch it. It's actually quite
Gonna
dry.
give it a go, Josh?
Yeah.